Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video about a children's trading card game. We are back with another weekly market watch. We are going to be taking a look at the sealed product and how that and the singles for the One Piece trading card game and how that has been doing over the last week. But first I do want to emphasize something. So for those of you who perhaps are not aware, the One Piece Treasure Cup is fast approaching. I know it says February 4th to February 25th, but if you actually go down and look, the first regionals for North America is on February 4th. The first regionals for Europe is on February 4th. The first regionals for Australia is on February 4th. Obviously, Latin America is February 18th, but, you know, we're looking at basically half the tournaments happening very, very, very soon. In the next few weeks. And the reason I want to emphasize that is because we are probably going to start seeing prices going damn near parabolic in the next week or two, because I know a lot of people who waited far too long to get their stuff. I know people who are not able to get, who still need starter decks. I know people who still need super rares. And as the meta has really settled, we know what's good, we know what cards have value. I think expect it to be a bit bumpy, and so I would implore you, if you do not need a card now, do not buy it now. It will decrease in price come March, because all the treasure cups will be over, we'll be in set 2 hype season, and you can pick it up then, and it will probably, at worst, it will be the same price, and you won't have missed out on anything. But if you don't need it for a tournament, do not pick it up, because I promise you they are going to be silly expensive. Let's have a look at those singles prices, but we're going to start off actually with the sealed product, because whilst there has been some motion, and the case is down. It was $2,500 for a case yesterday. It is now $2,200. The starter decks are still absolutely horrific. The super pre-release starters, you can see here, $688 for a set of 4. Straw Hat individually, $325. Kid, $186. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. A display of 6 red starters at $415. One of each of the starters, $160. Individual prices on these decks. The normal ones, $50 on red, $30 on purple, $30 on green, $30. I mean, guys, $60 just to pick up your starters is obscene. And the sad truth of the matter is, if you want to play like any deck, if you want to play any of the competitive decks, you are going to need to pick up 2. You literally cannot play any of the competitive decks without picking up 2 copies of the associated starter. And if you want to play lore, fucking good luck to you, because you're going to probably need to pick up 3 to 4 starters instead of just 2. So, you know, that is something to keep in mind. These sealed prices are absolutely ridiculous. They're going to get worse in the next couple of weeks. Please try and avoid buying if you really don't need it, and if you do need it, get it ASAP, because it's just going to get worse, and I don't know why you waited this long. Let's take a look at the promos, and we can see here some interesting motions. So the winner promo has increased in price yet again, $1,350, ridiculous. I mean, I know collectors would want this card, but $1,350 is absolutely crazy. The winner promos have decreased in price to about $30 to $40. For some reason, this winner pack is still more expensive than literally anything it is possible to get out of the winner pack. Guys, that's not how shit works. At most, you should I feel like the maximum you could charge for this would be equal to the price of the most expensive card. But anyway, if we look at the normal promo prices here, about $20 on the good Luffy, and then pretty much 10 on this next tier down. Sunny-kun at $7.20. And I need to emphasize this again. If you are planning on playing Zoro in set 2 format, please pick these up now. They are going to go parabolic. I'm telling you. I will be, I'm staking my prediction now, Sunny-kun to $30 come March. That is my prediction. I was right on Zoro. I was right a lot faster on Zoro than I think many of us were expecting, but I was right on Zoro. I'm confident I'm going to be right on Sunny-kun, because this is a card you need at 4 to be in a competitive Zoro deck. You need this card at 4, and it was only available for 1 month during the start of the game when distribution was absolutely fucked. So just keep that in mind, okay? And right now, it's $7.50 when no one needs it. So, I'm just saying. Let's keep looking into the alt arts. And we've seen a little bit of motion here. Nami going sky high, $250. I think the only way is up for this card. Whenever a restock comes in, it will take a dip, but this is a card that's going to be eternally playable until it literally just gets power crept in every red deck that plays any quantity of Straw Hats. So obviously, if red moves into Whitebeard Pirates, then this card becomes significantly less good, and you might see a price decrease, but like, as long as red Straw Hats are worth playing, Nami will see play at 4. Sanji, finally getting some respect on his name. One of the most incredible artworks in the set. An amazing card, just a staple 4 of in a lot of builds. Yep, really good. Doffy, going down in price a little bit. I expect to see this climb, though, once we approach set 2, with the fact that it's needed at 4 in Eva decks and in Doffy decks, which are both quite good blue decks in set 2. And then the purple guys slamming at the bottom. Nami, worth pointing out here, because it's a couple of these rares worth pointing out, 150. I would not be surprised to see Nami go to a $5 rare in the next few months and years. On to the leaders, and ho, baby, we've seen some motion. So Zoro has been fluctuating between $220 and $250. Again, I really do expect this to just continue to increase. Because the deck is just not very good right now. It loses to a lot. Not that it can't be stressful to play against, and of course it can win games. I'm not saying it can't win games, but it's not a top tier deck in my opinion. But still, it's very popular. Zoro, one of the sickest characters, so obviously super popular. Incredible high price tag. Trafalgar Law, glow up, $180 damn near. Doffy was at about $150. Decreased in price a little bit down to $125 because, I mean, personally, when I saw it was selling for $150, I put mine up for sale. So, because, as much as I like the leader, $150 is something that's very hard to turn down. The rest of these leaders, Luffy had seen a bit in spike popularity up to $100. Blurple Croc, pretty much stable where it was last time, and same with King and Odin, though a bit of an increase in Blurple Kaido. But yeah, these leader prices, pretty expected. These are things that are, I imagine, just going to hold value. In particular, Law, I think, is going to be the long-term winner from this set, because Law, of all the leaders in the game, has the most long-term potential because of how generic the effect is and how it just scales well with increasing power levels in cards. The only possible way Law ends up being really bad is if 6 costs are running the format or something, right? Or if it is impossible to build a board, but I think that's very unlikely. At most, Law falls off for a couple formats and then comes back. Finally, let's take a look at the super rares and the secret rares. So Manga Shanks collapsed in value, it looks like, over the last few days. Not sure, if we take a look at the sold listings, because it was up at about $900, $800, $900, but we're seeing here the last sale of that kit. Bro, you got to feel bad if you're one of these three guys. 900, then 720, then 630. That's a noof. We can see here, just huge swings in the market. No one has any idea how to price this card. It looks like people are just listing them to get rid of them at 630, and then the next few listings are up pretty high. And yeah, I think, again, personally, I think the card has incredible long-term value, and if you sit on it for long enough, you're going to make incredible amounts of money, but not everyone cares, is that patient. I'm very happy to see certain things here. So Zoro, increasing value again, $165. It's going to keep increasing. It's a staple 4 of, especially going into next format. Yamato increased significantly, $120. This does see some play in set 2, and it's a great, and it's a rare card, and it's a great piece of artwork. Law up at $100. Very, very nice for Law there. Hancock also at 100 there. Useless Captain Mid, $80. Finally, putting some respect on the kid's name. This is where the card should be. The card literally is one of the most, if it is the most important card in the format for determining a lot of different things, a lot of different ways how you want to play into matchups, a lot of different deck choices. So yes, it makes sense it's this expensive. Kaido also seeing an increase in price at 55. King also seeing an increase in price going up to 50. Mihawk also seeing an increase in price going up to 42. Luffy up at 50. The secrets seeing a little bit of a price increase as well in terms of Yamato and Shanks, and then obviously Croc up at about 30. Zoro damn near $30 as he has consistently been for the last few weeks. If you did not get these on release back when it was $4 to $5, here's your L, take it. You should have picked them up. I don't know what to tell you. And Law hovering at about 20. I think this is pretty fair for what Law should be. And then a couple of SRs hovering at about 10 here, and then the bottom of the barrel down at 5. So overall, as I'm saying, we're seeing singles prices really starting to spike. So far at base rarity, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You are getting a bit shagged on some promos, right, which suck. So if you want to play red in any capacity, you're just taking L's because you need promos for pretty much every red deck. And some interesting motion on red in particular, obviously super rares as well, right? Zorro just being very, very expensive. If you want to play green, you're taking an L to play lore as well, though of course it's very possible to build a deck without lore as long as you're not building lore. So, you know, at base rarity, the game remains not too expensive, provided you can find starter decks. But here we're seeing a real issue where starter decks are obviously being exceptionally expensive. I expect all these prices to just rise over the next few weeks and pretty much stay high through February. Once the Treasure Cup season is over, hopefully, and restocks are coming in, hopefully we'll see prices just absolutely tank because, you know, as fun as it is to see number go up, ultimately this is not conducive to get players into the game. So I am hopeful that this problem will not last for too much longer, but you will be the first to know if and when it does, if you return next week for the weekly market watch. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it all the way to the end, I appreciate your support. Please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We have recently hit 2,000 subscribers, so you know that means the next goal is 3,000, and I'm confident we can hit it this year, which would be amazing. So please do help me. 80% of you are not subscribed, so I'd appreciate it if you hit that button. And join my Discord server to talk about all things trading card games. If you're interested in One Piece, Gate Ruler, Lorcana, or Battle Spirit Saga, also hit the subscribe button. I make videos on all of those. Expect Battle Spirit Saga videos this week as well. But that is it for this video. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.